Kia ora, my name is Ruby and I'm in my second year studying the Bachelor of Teaching in primary. I'm going to talk to you about our 3-year initial teaching education program, the Bachelor of Teaching. However, if you're keen to hear about our 1-year education programs, please check out that video after. If you're interested in studying early childhood education or secondary teaching, these majors are only offered within our 1-year programs. We've had over 50 years of graduate students come through the University of Waikato. We consistently place in the top 200 for education in the International QS subject rankings, which assesses more than 800 universities across the world. Our School of Education has a wide range of programs and a small student to staff ratio, so it's a university experience where there is a much more relational aspect to your learning. You can study at either our Hamilton or Tauranga campuses, or via our online distance option, so there's a pathway for everyone. It's an ideal program for students who haven't studied a degree before and want to get into teaching. In the Bachelor of Teaching, you get school experience from your first week, right through to your final year. Through our partnerships with schools, our students gain valuable, real-world teaching experience throughout their entire program. For myself, I chose Te Whare o Waikato because it was the best teaching program near me in the North Island. Both my parents studied here and had great things to say, and for me the presence of Te Ao Māori was concrete and present, and that was something that I wanted to learn and grow in. It also had the arts aspect that I wanted to study, and dance and drama, and so I wanted to learn how to empower the rangatahi in our community, wanted to build them up, build their mana up, but also learn how I can do that best. In your first year of study, you'll do core papers in concepts of learning and teaching, the Aotearoa New Zealand context, learning and development across the lifespan, being a teacher in Aotearoa, and the Aotearoa curriculum in action. Your professional experience is done under the guidance of mentor teachers. During your professional experience placements, you'll take an active role in the classroom over several weeks in a school, under the guidance of an associate teacher. In your first year, you're in school 1 day a week. Then later in the year, you have longer blocks of placement of between 2 and 8 weeks in a school, across the 3 years of your degree. The admission and selection process for the Bachelor of Teaching Primary involves an interview. This is a chance for the team at the university to meet you in person or on Zoom, and for you to get to know the university. They normally run as group interviews where you will meet with our staff and up to 10 potential students. Interviews normally run for between 2 and 3 hours, depending on the program you are interviewing for, and are often held at one of our campuses in Hamilton or Tauranga. There is also a numeracy and literacy test along with a police vetting process to complete. Check out the university website for more information and guidance on the application process, and get in touch if you have any questions. Bear in mind, there are closing dates for this program, so make sure your application is submitted by the end of December, and the intake is once a year in February or March. This qualification can lead into further study within the School of Education, and you can go on to do a Masters that will allow you to move into management positions within schools or roles in educational policy or government. Now we're going to hear from Christy Meads, who is one of our graduates.
Teaching has always been about helping others, and I've always been one that's very drawn to kids and just how they interact and learn and all those kinds of things. It probably started there, that I've always been that kind of child. I had an auntie who was my teacher as a child when I was really young, and she kind of ignited a lot of it in me. The great thing that I really loved about doing teaching at the University of Waikato was that it was a lot of hands-on stuff. From the first year studying, we were exposed to short, so we did 3-week practicums. Then into the second year we had a 6-week practicum, and then into our last year we had an 8-week practicum. So having that progression of exposure to different teachers, different year levels and different ways of teaching was really invaluable for my learning journey. So, typical day. I don't think there ever really is a typical day for teachers. They're never going to be the same. There's a lot of different things, and like I talked about before, I mean the kids, their stories come into our classroom, so how their start of the day has gone influences how our classroom is, and it's definitely a very rewarding job. It's one of those ones that, you know, it's the little things that really make you excited about being here. It's just seeing that each child can have a little success no matter what it is. It's that, you know, they're all different, and that makes it exciting too, that they all come to the table with different things, different stories, and then to be able to add something to their basket in their little lives is really cool.
Thank you for taking the time to listen, and we look forward to seeing you next year at the University of Waikato.